What's the most morally wrong thing you've done, but hold zero regret for?
My cousin was 5 years old, and he was acting up at a family barbecue. And the worst part was that he was allowed to torment his dog by kicking it while it ran away from him. His mother did absolutely nothing to calm the child down. My mother, however, got fed up with the inaction, came up behind him while he was standing by the pool, and kicked him. The child's mother got angry and said, "Couldn't you have solved this problem better?" The mother said, "At least I dealt with it." I try to be as calm as my mother every day.
My wife cheated on me. She said she was leaving me. We got a mediator and hammered out a parenting plan, arrangements for her to live in the house prior to sale, alimony, and child support. She then proceeded to violate the terms of our agreement by having a guy over with my 5-year-old daughter there. She then alienated the roommate she had living with her to help pay for the mortgage, part of the agreement, and she moved out, violation 2. I then had to front both the mortgage for her, she owed it back after the sale, while also paying her $2,400 in child support a month. The agreement said if this happened, I could put the house up for sale immediately. So I told her that's what I was going to do. She was of course allowed to reside in the home until sold. She then filed a fraudulent protective order against me after a verbal argument, alleging a bunch of made of shit. A temporary protective order was granted by the judge prior to court date. They took custody of my daughter away from me. I had to pay a lawyer $5,000 to unfuck my life and get my daughter back. My beard went mostly gray in these 2 weeks. My ex-wife then also moved out of the house, violation 3. She took all the furniture, then contrived a reason about my dog to have me move into the house temporarily to watch him. I confirmed that she understood if I did that it changed nothing about her financial obligations to me due to breaking the agreement. She agreed. Once I was in the house, she then claimed that I now owed her both halves of the mortgage as if I was her in the contract. I refused, and then she showed up with my daughter screaming she was going to evict me. I asked her to leave and she wouldn't. So I called the cops to come talk sense into her, and while I was on the phone, she grabbed my daughter and cowered in a corner with her and said to my daughter while looking at me with a smirk, "Did you see Daddy try to hurt Mommy?" A lie. I made no such attempt or threat. It was at this point I realized she was out to destroy me. I then decided to not sell the house and wait until the very last day in the agreement to put it up for sale. This had the effect of me fronting $3,000 a month to her, which was essentially a forced loan to her backed by the sale of the house. It cost her $10,000 and I don't feel bad about it in the slightest. My son was bullied in school. I tried for a long time to get the school to help, but it did not get any better. So I taught him how to fight and how to do it dirty. We practiced quite a lot and he got good fast. One day I came home from work, he had a fat lip. He had gotten into a fight with his bully and had taken a few hits. My son ended the fight by kicking his bully in the nuts so hard that his shin was bruised. Then he threw him to the ground and walked away. My wife was furious. The headmaster was furious. We had to attend a meeting where I had to say I was wrong to teach him to solve problems with violence. My son and I shared a look during the meeting. We both smiled. Truth be told, this was one of my best decisions as a father, and I regret nothing. When I was a child, I was bullied for years, and it did not stop until I fought back. I had to teach myself and lost a lot of fights before I got to the point I was left alone. The way I see it, I spared my kid years of torment. Edit. My kid was left alone after that.
When I was in preschool, there was a kid that always picked on me and started trying to physically bully me. I told the teachers multiple times, and they didn't really do anything. I remember pretty well telling my grandma about it when I was at their house for a weekend. She was doing her hair and makeup while listening to me tell her about this, and she said, "Next time, punch him in the nose. If someone hits you, hit them back harder. If the teachers won't help, stand up for yourself." So sometime later, this kid was scratching me with a plastic toy, Peter Pan-themed Swiss Army knife from McDonald's. No idea why we had this at preschool, but it was there. He did it once, and I said stop. He did it a second time, and I punched him square in his nose as hard as my little muscles would hit. He immediately started bleeding and ran to tell on me. I don't think I ended up in any trouble, and that kid never even looked my way again.
I once deliberately ruined someone else's relationship, and honestly, it was the worst thing I've ever done, and I still don't regret it. My best friend was dating a girl he was madly in love with. He was ready to do anything for her, and she kept him in reserve. I saw how she texted others, how she put him below everyone else. He didn't notice it, or maybe he just didn't want to notice. I kept quiet for a long time. I thought, none of my business. But every time he said that he found the one, it hurt me, because I knew it was a lie and he was being betrayed right behind his back. And then one day I made up my mind. I took her phone, showed him her text messages. He didn't believe me. He said, "This is a mistake. This is not what you think." Then I did worse. I arranged a meeting. We went to where she was walking, not alone, and he saw everything with his own eyes. At that moment, he broke down. For the first time, I saw a grown man cry. He was shaking, swearing at me. "Why did you do that?" I wish I hadn't known. And yes, I probably looked like a traitor then, because I deprived him of the illusion in which he was happy. But you know, time passed. He got over it, became stronger. Today, he is married to a girl who really loves him. He has a family, children, and a real life. And me? I still don't regret that I played the role of a villain, because sometimes you have to destroy someone else's world so that a new, real one can be built.